Flight kinesiology is a specialization where you really bring in the best of both worlds, both Eastern and Western medicine, really to tailor very specifically what the patient needs.
I have to look at nutrition, I have to look at structure, I have to look at emotions, I have to look at everything.
Basically, I do all things natural. Look at structure, nutrition, emotional, just look at the entire body, a truly holistic approach to the human being.
I found out about Dr. Jurica from somebody that I worked with who worked with him, and I was having really bad cramps and all the things associated with that. When I came in for treatment, I was sort of excited, and then it was just really nice, and he was very welcoming and seemed like he really cared.
What makes what we do in our office different is, say you have a person that comes in with a cold. If they go to almost any other doctor, they'll just get medication, get antibiotics, and then they're on their way. Or you can go to a lot of more natural doctors and they say, well, take echinacea maybe, or take some vitamin C. What makes our approach so specific and so unique is, well, do you need vitamin C? I don't know. Do you need echinacea? Well, are you even absorbing the echinacea? Are you even getting into the body? Are you assimilating it? That is what makes our system so much more unique, is we're able to find out exactly what you need. And what if one product works better than the other? If you go to any other place, it's just guessing.
I came to Dr. Jurica because I'm a friend of someone who knows him. I had issues with digestion.
A lot of the chronic conditions that we're dealing with right now, diabetes, fibromyalgia, fatigue, weight gain, those are some things that are dramatically impacting our society right now, and nobody's able to do anything about it. I help women who are trying to get pregnant, and guess what? It takes two. So you can't just bring in the mother, you have to bring in the father as well. You got to make sure that they're healthy, hormonally, nutritionally, spiritually, everything. One of my patients had eczema, literally covered her entire body, incredibly itchy, couldn't even sleep at night, the pain was so bad. And within 2 weeks, it was almost gone. And she had gone everywhere. It didn't work, and I was her last hope. I had an athlete, and she was scheduled to have knee surgery for her torn meniscus. Got her on a program. Now she's pain-free, and she didn't have to have surgery. And my philosophy is, it's called the triad of health: structure, nutrition, and emotion. You have to look at all three aspects of the person to make sure that they will be completely healthy. Structure. You have to look at all the muscles, all the bones, and all the ligaments, not only surrounding the area of complaint, but around it. If you have a knee problem, you can't just look at the knee. You got to look at the hip. You have to look at the ankle. You have to look at the shoulder. Everything is working together. The uniqueness of it is, with kinesiology, you use muscle testing, but you use it in a very specific way. It's not just an orthopedic muscle test where, again, the example I use is when you go to a traditional doctor, they test the muscle, and it's like a light bulb. Is the light on or is it off? What we do is we use the muscles to say, well, how much power is going to that light bulb? Is it fully lit? If not, why is it not? And let's figure out what it is. Nutrition is crucial. Hippocrates said it best. Let the food be thy medicine, medicine be thy food. You have to have good food. They say you are what you eat. That's really not true. It's what you can absorb and assimilate. You can have the best food in the world, the most organic, you can go to the best doctors and get the best supplements, the best herbs, but if you're not digesting it well, you're not going to go anywhere with it. Here's an artichoke. You can be able to make it any way. You can steam it. It's one of the easiest ways to do it. You can actually just get it. That's the ones you can actually get canned. It's going to actually help with a little bit of digestion.
What I've learned about nutrition, just what foods, when put together, don't work right. Whatever your body wants is for a reason.
Every single patient on the very first visit gets what's called a phase 2, quote, diet. You don't really call it a diet, but it's balancing out your biochemistry. And I tell them, if it's on here, eat it. How much? I don't care. Just eat it. Your body's going to start balancing itself out once you start getting the real food.
It worked. He put me on some certain supplements that gradually it just started decreasing, and the pain went away.
I took the supplements and everything started to get better.
Most people tend to forget to look at the emotional aspect, and it's crucial. Just like I talked about with that triangle, it's all important. So what I do with the emotional aspect is I look at several different factors. One of them is a technique called emotional freedom technique. Very powerful technique that you use tapping different emotional points related to acupuncture to be able to help the patient. I give them different books. There's some great spiritual books. There's some great work, but you have to look at it within yourself, and you also have to want to. And some patients, when they first get in, they want to deal with it right now. And sometimes, like, you know what? Let me start to feel better, because once you start to feel better with your nutrition, your pain is gone. Then you're like, you know what? Maybe I can start actually looking within, and that's one of the most crucial aspects.
So it's been opening my experience to see that there are other ways of approaching your body and your health and life in general.
Dr. Jurica is so nice, and he actually feels like he cares about you, but is like really happy with what he's doing too. Like every time he talks about something, he's like so excited to tell you what he knows, and it just feels like you're really learning a lot from him.
And that's what I really appreciate about this. It's very different than what I've ever known before.
One of the things I love most about this work is how rewarding it is. When you can go home at night knowing that you've helped so many people, there's just no words to describe it. I mean, you're changing people's lives, and when you have these people that have gone to all these different doctors, that have done all these different things, that feel hopeless, they feel like they have nowhere else to go, and to know that you can help them is incredible. There's nothing else that I'd rather do. I can't think of anything else I'd rather do. I don't think of anything else. This is what I eat, live, and breathe. You know, I travel all around the country, even places, you know, around the world, to find the best of the best for my patients, because that's what they deserve.